months, the Philippines has been dealing with COVID-19. Communities have been addressing the rising infections, while some businesses and industries feel uncertainty. But there have been some surprising and unexpected silver linings, proving that opportunities are abundant, that positive things can happen even in the darkest of times. This year, as the Philippine Franchise Association pivots to the golden age, we also mark its 25th anniversary that led to the birth of franchising in the Philippines.
Pandemic notwithstanding, and amidst a fast-changing and disruptive environment, the PFA continues to grow. But best to occasionally pause and remember that every success has its beginning of shared history.
When we started, franchising was less than 5% of total retail business. Most of them are foreign franchise and very popular international brand. But I was able to convince Mr. Pardo that we should try to introduce franchising so that we can develop a wider taste for Filipino franchises.
It was a blessing though that I was hands-on in negotiating back in 1983 for the country franchises of 7-Eleven in Dallas, Texas and Wendy's in Dublin, Ohio. Thus, the experience helped navigate the creation of PFA. It was of course providential that a timely grant from the Private Investment and Trade Opportunities, or PITO-P, provided the wherewithal to formally jumpstart the creation of PFA in 1995.
We'll export under Mr. June Ortiz Luis to do a 15-year study, projections how franchising can help develop Philippine economy and in effect develop a strong middle class. So with that study, we were able to convince both the government and the private sector to pursue the road of franchising. So with Mrs. Limhoco, we brought in the world's largest franchise consulting company, Frankfurt, and that's how we were able to develop hundreds of franchisors, in fact, develop also thousands of franchisees, employing millions of jobs.
In 2001, we hosted the World Franchise Council and the Asia Pacific Franchise Confederation meeting here in the Philippines, and this started our dream to be the franchise hub in Asia. The franchising sector has contributed 7.8% to the GDP.
Today, aside from being a major contributor to the economy, the Philippine Franchise Association continues to motivate business owners to grow their enterprises. They've also extended their support by creating programs that allow homegrown franchises expand locally and overseas and meet prospective buyers, investors, and partners.
1995. I think at that time I didn't really know about franchising. So I got to learn about franchising only in 1999 to about 2000. I met the founders, Miss Bing and Sir Sammy. They always invited me for some seminars, so for free, just to feel how franchising works. No? What I saw was a group of successful leaders in their own fields, and then I was so convinced that being networking with these successful leaders will just help me gain more experience and hopefully become also successful like them.
We were
toying about franchising as early as 1993. It actually took us 5 years by the time we got our systems in place, and we actually went into franchising in 1998. It was maybe through the help of Uncle Titoy Pardo, who introduced me to San Lim at that time. And in 1995, we have 50 stores. And today we have 750 stores. So the growth was exponential through franchising.
PFA has so many programs that can basically help a young startup entrepreneur, a medium scale or a small scale company which is existing already for a number of years. At all times, PFA will be able to help us no matter what level you are as an entrepreneur. Why? Because being in business is a continuous process of learning. Being surrounded by the most successful business leaders will just keep on feeding more information, more experience.
We network amongst each other, best practices come into play. It's all about educating yourself on what franchising is all about, and we couldn't have done it without PFA. As we grow our business through franchising, we expand our portfolio of brands, not only in the different provinces here in the Philippines, but globally as well.
Our company was one of the founding members of PFA. PFA was a venue for franchisors and master franchisees to share information to bring franchising to the Philippines to the next level as an essential growth vehicle for the economy. It was a way for us to share with the up-and-coming franchisors the knowledge and experience of the older brands.
Through the years, PFA's bond with its stakeholders helped them stand the test of time, face the crisis with a spirit of reinvention, and implement agile operations. Most of all, highlight the strengths of franchising as a viable business model in any situation.
Our family believed in franchising for decades. We were a master franchisee for Wendy's for 35 years and currently still a substantial shareholder of 7-Eleven. Our franchise started during the EDSA revolution. Of course, it's nothing like this pandemic, but I feel that during uncertain times, being a franchisee, you're able to leverage the brand and the massive resources of your franchisors, which you couldn't afford if you're on your own.
No matter how difficult life is or how difficult business is, franchising will always work. Whatever changes there are, even if it's a crisis or a pandemic or maybe even hopefully not in war, us entrepreneurs will always be creative in trying to go around or create more or better systems.
We believe this is still going to be the format that's best suited to weather this storm, as it is the most trying time we have as a company. We have gone through many challenges, both economic and even maybe political. But despite that, we are still here, and I believe it's through the strength of our organization that we remain strong to weather this storm.
The COVID-19 pandemic has been one of the greatest challenges worldwide, as it has had a damaging effect, especially in emerging economies like the Philippines. But the PFA remains unfazed because it was able to create a strong pipeline of capable leaders who can continue its legacy.
Serving the PFA has been one of my life's greatest honor and privilege, and this COVID-19 pandemic is one of unprecedented and once-in-a-lifetime challenge that every human being, every business owner is facing, and in fact affects all humankind. It's a big responsibility on the part of the current leadership of the PFA, and at the same time, it's a great honor for me to be serving side by side with my colleagues in the association in helping the Philippine franchise sector rise as one. I had the great honor and privilege to be mentored by the founders and past leaders of the PFA themselves, and I would say that each one had brought in a valuable lesson that I try to live by as I fulfill my duty. The father of Philippine franchising, Mr. Sammy Lim, has taught me boldness, how to be bold and attention to small detail. The mother of Philippine franchising, on the other hand, Ms. Bing Sibalo Limhoco, who is like my second mother, has taught me how to nurture relationships and handle finances in organizations like the PFA, Robert Rota, who has taught me operational excellence, and to all other mentors and good friends like Yvette Pardo or Beta, Dr. Alan Escalona, and mentor, and who is like my third mother, Ms. Chit Estrada, has taught me so many valuable lessons.
It is indeed very challenging to be one of the leaders of the Philippine Franchise Association in these times of the pandemic. But as we've seen, in times of crisis, opportunities also arise. So we're embracing the fact that we had to pivot, we have to adapt to the new normal. And as leaders of the association, we were also very optimistic on what is yet to come for the Philippine franchising sector. The good thing about Philippine Franchise Association is that the leaders are actually, through each generation, have been shaped one generation to another by its core, by the vision and the mission of the association. And we're grateful because our mentors are here with us and have always been an inspiration of tenacity and professionalism. And during this pandemic, reaching out to our mentors, seeking directions also on how we pivot, they've always on top of mind is others before self. And that's really the spirit of bayanihan, of working together, because you also rise up by lifting others. We can easily get swayed by all the noise around us during these times of crisis. But narratives are useless without action, and goals never reach without commitment. Also, of course, success is always bitter, not shared to a collective. So for the future generations of entrepreneurs, you really have to stay true to your purpose, to your core, and always enjoy the journey.
Proud to see now that PFA has sparked the entry into our country of many international franchises and even spawned a number of successful domestic franchises, which of late has found acceptance in foreign markets. And finally, giving credit where credit is due, I laud and profusely thank the many who came after us and who labored hard to make PFA the great institution that it has become.
I just want to congratulate the new generations of PFA executives. They're young, dynamic, better educated, better trained, and I'm sure they will bring the Philippine franchising to the global community.